It's good!
So I'm making rosemary bread, the kind of bread that we always eat at Macaroni Grill. So I found a recipe for it, and so I'm super excited. Never made it, so hopefully it'll come out great. So first we have to start with the yeast. We have active dry yeast. So we start with the yeast, and then we have to add some warm water to it. So I just have to put some water in the microwave, actually, really quick. I just need 1/4 cup, and I'm just walking over here. Alright, I'm going to put the water in the microwave to just heat it up, because the yeast, to activate the yeast, to wake it up a little bit, we need some warm water. Warm, so I'm just going to check. Oh yeah. Oh, it's hot. That doesn't take long to heat up. It only has to be 105 or 10 degrees. So we are activating the yeast. We are putting 1/4 cup warm water in a large bowl. Temperature much better. Gonna give it a little mix. And we're gonna let it sit for about 5 minutes until it starts getting a little bubbly and foamy. We already added the sugar, so we have yeast, salt, and sugar in here. So we have 5 minutes. Wow, talk about foam. Said 5 minutes, we are foaming up. So it stood about 10 minutes, and we got a lot of foam. So I'm just transferring it to a larger bowl so that we can incorporate everything nicely. So I'm gonna add 1 tablespoon olive oil to the yeast and water and sugar mixture. So here we are, 2½ cups. I guess I should be looking at the camera, telling fun stories. Rosemary, 1½ tablespoons. It smells great. So the salt, we need 1 teaspoon. There we go. All right. We're gonna mix this up until we get a dough. We're gonna get everything out of the way. And then we're gonna add a little bit of water. 3/4 cup. Stir until a dough forms. Flour up our surface here. You can always add more. I'm gonna find more space so we can get the mat. It's getting there. Whew, I love it when it doesn't feel as sticky. They just want you to use it a lot in the incorporation of it on the tabletop, I guess. Said, as you can see, I have doughy hands, but the bread is looking great. It's formed. It's not sticky anymore. And we're going to put it in a well olive oiled bowl and cover it for 2 hours with some saran wrap. Just let it sit until it doubles in size. Want to get it? The bread.
The bread is growing.
It's growing, yeah. It's only been an hour. Well, our bread grew. It doubled in size, as you can see. So now it's time to remove it from the bowl. Luckily, with the help of the olive oil, the bread didn't stick. But it is sticky, so woo! We do need some flour there. So we have 2 well-oiled baking sheets because it is going to rest for another 2 hours on there. So let's get the bowl to the side. So what we're going to do is break this into 4 equal pieces because we're going to make 4 little loaves.
Okay.
All right. Sorry, it's just tempting to do that. So I'm just going to this. Okay. So first I'll just cut it in half. And then half again. So I'm going to move them over, work with one at a time. It's sticky, but as long as you work with the flour, it's not too bad. Okay, let's start with this one, and I'm going to pour some flour just on top a little bit more. Just add a little bit, just so we don't want it sticky. So we want to punch this down. It's called. So I'm going to take the corners here, and kind of just push that down. And it's going to stick, but we're just going to add more flour. Should have had a little more flour on top. And now what we want to do is just dust that a little bit. It's all right. Let the flour get in there. Now it's not going to be sticky and it's not going to stick to you. We want to fold in all the sides and we want to form a square. And then we're going to flip it over and place it on the baking sheets, each one, because they are going to get bigger.
Great.
All right. So push it down a little bit here. And we're just going to fold each of them in, each side. There we go. And I'm going to go like this. We just flipped it over. Now I'm just tucking it in. You want the seam side down with what we just tucked in. So see how it looks nice? It's a little, and we're going to form a ball with it. So here we are.
Nice.
We're just going to place it right on here.